other energy that I would like to share with you and explore in details with you, it's going to happen exact on April 16th, as you see in the chart. Mars sextile Pluto at 5 degrees and 25 minutes. Mars in the sign of Aries sextiles Pluto in the sign of Aquarius. And once again, this energy will be exact on April the 16th, but we already feel the energy, all right? Many of you, especially if you are a cardinal sign, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, or Scorpio, as well as fire signs, gonna feel this energy the most. Now I have to add here the air signs, which is Aquarius, where Pluto is sitting right now, but also Gemini and Libra, all right? So these are the signs that gonna feel the energies the most after, the cardinal signs. We already feel these energies. So what's the energy of Mars sextile Pluto? This energy is often a quiet powerhouse in astrology because Pluto is the higher octave of Mars, okay? While the other aspects between Mars and Pluto, like a square or opposition, can feel like a volcanic eruption, the sextile is a harmonious flow of energy that gives you the drive to move mountains. It's very powerful. You can move mountains without burning out, okay? I repeat again, Pluto is the higher octave of Mars. Pluto is empowering Mars, and they're coming into a harmonious cooperative energies. A sextile, which is a Venusian energy between the higher octave and the lesser or the lower octave, all right? Pluto and Mars. Here's a breakdown of what this transit brings and how to use it. Now, the core energy is controlled power. What does that mean? It means that this transit provides a surge of willpower and determination because it's a sextile, a Venusian energy. The energy is cooperative rather than confrontational. You're not just working hard, you are working strategically. Tremendous endurance. You can handle heavy workloads or intense physical activity with more stamina than usual. And let me, I just got a vision of Scorpio here, and I got a vision also of the 8th house energy, okay? Because both Pluto and Mars rules the 8th house, traditional ruler and the modern ruler. There's also the energy of subtle influence. You have magnetic authority right now. People are more likely to follow your lead because you project a sense of quiet confidence, resourcefulness. You are better at finding hidden solutions or reusing old resources in transformative ways. What are the best ways to utilize this energy or this transit? Since this energy is constructive and harmonious, it's an ideal time for projects that require deep focus or major changes. For example, complex projects. Complex projects, it works well with this transit because you have the tunnel vision that is needed to finish difficult tasks. Other activity could be a physical training. Physical training works well now because your body recovers faster and your mind is more disciplined. Research and investigation could be also another activity that works well now because Pluto loves to dig deep, to analyze, to find the answer. Mars provides the energy to keep digging until you find the truth because it's a great time for purging, transforming, letting go of something that's dead, purging, whether that's cleaning a garage or ending a bad habit. Okay? Now, what's the shadow expression of this transit? Even though a Mars sextile Pluto transit is generally considered easy or harmonious, it's not without its pitfalls, because the energy flows so smoothly. The shadow side often manifests as subtle misuse of power or an obsession that feels justified at the time. And here's the shadow side to watch out for during this transit. Calculated ruthlessness. While a square or opposition might make you lose your temper, the sextile is cooler and more strategic. The shadow side is becoming a steamroller. You might find yourself so focused on your goal that you treat people like obstacles or chess pieces rather than humans. You might not even realize you are being called because you feel so productive. Obsessive tunnel vision is another aspect or another shadow aspect of this energy. Because Pluto provides the depth and Mars provides the drive and the energy, together they can create an unhealthy fixation. You might become so consumed by a specific project, person, or mystery that you neglect your physical health, sleep, or other responsibilities. It's easy, very easy to cross the line from determined to obsessed. Another shadow side of this transit energy is the God complex. Because you likely feel more influential and authoritative right now, there is a risk of arrogance. You might feel that your way is the only right way or the only powerful way to get things done, leading you to dismiss the input of others or manipulate situations to ensure you stay in control. Just like what we see now on the mundane level from some ruthless leaders. Physical burnout is another aspect of this shadow expression of the transit. This sextile can make you feel like you have an infinite battery, and the shadow side is that you might ignore your body's signals. Mars and Pluto together can push the nervous system to its limits. If you don't intentionally rest, you might crash hard once the transit passes. How can we navigate this shadow expression or shadow side of this transit? To keep this energy constructive, you need to try to implement these checks and balances. Ask for feedback. Explicitly ask others for their honest perspective to ensure you are not overstepping. You need also to check your why periodically, meaning you need to stop and ask, am I doing this for the best result, or am I just trying to win and dominate? You have to also have forced breaks, meaning to schedule downtime even if you don't feel tired, because your body is likely running on a Plutonian adrenaline, which masks exhaustion. Now, let me know in the comment section below if you're currently feeling a specific intensity in a certain area of life, like work or relationship, where there's shadow might be popping up. Now, the other potent energy that I would like to talk about and explore it further with you is happening on April 19th. And trust me, guys, this energy is very potent, and we on the collective level felt it, all right? But I reiterate again, the signs that mostly affected by this energy are the cardinal signs, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Libra. All right. And why I said Capricorn, it's a cardinal sign, but because this energy is the conjunction between Mars and Saturn, which is going to come to exact point at 7 degrees and 51 minutes on April the 19th. It's between Saturn and Mars. All right. And as we all know, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn and is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. So it's not only cardinal signs, it's also Aquarius. Okay, so the cardinal signs and Aquarius would have felt this energy the most. Now, once again, I want you to pay attention to the fact that this conjunction between Mars and Saturn is still under the rulership of Mars. Mars is in domicile. Mars is the ruler of Aries. All right? So the energy of Saturn is completely different than when it is in Libra. Saturn exalted in Libra. Saturn is in domicile in Capricorn. Now, you might have heard from many other astrologers that Saturn is in its fall in Aries. But you gotta understand, all right, that's the way Saturn functions now is to embody Mars energy. And I'm going to explore with you and explain in details what does that mean. When Mars is in domicile, particularly in Aries, its energy operates at full strength. Clarity and effectiveness are very prominent. This is Mars unfiltered, direct, decisive, and unapologetically action-oriented. Well, instinct and movement are aligned, leaving little room for hesitation or self-doubt. And why I'm focusing on self-doubt and hesitation and fear? Because these are the energies of Saturn, but Saturn, once again, is under the umbrella, if you will, of Mars. Initiative is natural rather than forced, and energy flows outward with immediacy and urgency. In its own sign, Mars does not need to prove itself. It simply acts. Courage becomes instinctual, leadership emerges organically, and conflict, when it arises, is direct rather than passive or hidden. Because some of Saturn energies is hidden and passive, all right? At its best, Mars in domicile represents authentic strength, sovereignty, and the raw power to begin anew. When Mars conjuncts Saturn, and to me, this is exactly the energy of the Emperor in Tarot, all right? So Mars conjunct Saturn in Aries exudes the energy of the Emperor. The planet of action meets the planet of restraint in the sign where Mars rules absolutely. This is one of the most intense expressions of disciplined force in astrology. Aries wants immediate movement, raw intention, or raw initiation, and decisive action, while Saturn slows, tests, and demands mastery. Under Mars' own rulership, this conjunction becomes a controlled ignition, not a denial of momentum. Here, Saturn does not weaken Mars, it trains it. Impulses are no longer reckless. They are forged through endurance, pressure, and patience. Action must be earned. Every step forward requires commitment, and every initiation carries consequence. This placement doesn't allow for shortcuts or self-hearted or half-hearted efforts. What begins must be seen through. Mars in Aries is accustomed to acting freely, but with Saturn present. Courage is no longer performative, it must be proven through sustained effort. Frustration, delays, or inner tension often arise first, serving as initiation tests. But those who endure this pressure emerge with exceptional resilience, authority, and the ability to act decisively under stress. On the collective level and individually, Mars conjunct Saturn in Aries signals a period where leadership is defined by responsibility, not bravado. Power is earned through self-control, discipline, and willingness to take action even when conditions are harsh or uncertain. This is the warrior archetype refined, the difference between reacting and acting with purpose. Under Mars rulership, this conjunction demands one critical question. What are you willing to commit your energy to? Completely, consciously, and without retreat. But we also need to understand the shadow expression of this energy. And the shadow expression of Mars conjunct Saturn in Aries can very much manifest as intense inner pressure, suppressed anger, and frustration that builds over time. When action is blocked or delayed, rage may turn inward, leading to self-criticism, burnout, or a rigid, punishing stance toward oneself and others. Alright? There can be a tendency to push through exhaustion, ignore bodily limits, or equate worth with endurance alone. In some cases, fear of failure restrains action entirely, and this can be very much create a stop-start pattern of force and inhibition. When discipline hardens into harsh self-control, this placement risks becoming combative, intolerant, or emotionally armored, mistaking restraint for strength and struggle for purpose. Unfortunately, this shadow expression is what we are witnessing most visibly at the mundane level, in particular through figures in position of power and authority right now. We see intensified rigidity, force without wisdom, reaction instead of strategy, and control replacing true leadership. Action is taken, but not always with foresight. Strength is asserted, yet often without accountability or restraint. This reflects the unresolved tension of Mars and Saturn in Aries, where pressure is externalized, dominance is mistaken for decisiveness, and endurance is confused with, once again, purpose. And until discipline is aligned with conscious intent, this energy continues to manifest as hardness rather than mastery, authority rather than responsibility. And let that sink in. The lesson of this conjunction is learning when to apply pressure and when to release it, so that willpower does not become self-destruction. Now guys, the exact conjunction that's happening between Mars and Saturn on April the 19th, it's going to be a couple of days after the new moon in Aries. And I wanted to have a separate video for the new moon in Aries because that new moon is very potent. Okay, that new moon is literally the manifestation new moon. All right. So if you are still here and still listening, I would like to thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm just going to give it a quick shuffle. Whispers of Time, if you're interested in getting this tarot deck. It's a very beautiful tarot deck. Okay? Okay, so Spirit Guides, what do we have for my Five of Wands, but it fell off, as you see, from the deck in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. Spirit Guides, what do you have for my viewers? Spirit Guides, what do you have for my viewers? Okay, there are so many cards. I'm just gonna keep them, quite frankly, and let's see. Okay, so we have Justice, the Hermit, Three of Cups, Ten of Wands in reverse, or Ten of Swords in reverse, ending, Strength. This is fear, anxiety, depression, King of Swords, Five of Wands in reverse, and we have Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Swords, Ten of Wands, and Two of Wands. Okay. So we got two, the King and the Queen of Wands. We got lots of Swords and Wands energy. Yeah, somebody's going through the ringer, literally. Somebody is very paranoid. Somebody is actually being hurt, being stabbed in your back, going through betrayal. Somebody cheated on you. Somebody stabbed you in your back. For some of you, I see you invested time and energy into a relationship, but your partner stabbed you. Your partner took advantage of you, okay, hurt you deeply, all right, and you're going through the healing right now. But once again, I do see that there's still that anxiety, that depression you're going through. It's a healing process. It's a grieving, okay, what you've been through, and it's going to take time to heal from this situation. But I do feel and I do see justice coming to your favor, guys, okay? For some of you, you're literally going through a legal matter, okay, or whatever situation that you've been through. It's creating or it's, you know, through the court system, all right? I do feel that unfortunately some of you, you feel very weak, you're very tired, you don't know what to do, you're confused, okay? There's lots of competition energy and fights and arguments and going back and forth. It could be even at court, okay? Accusation, allegations, okay? I do see injury. Somebody was injured in this situation. It's either you, the person I'm picking the energy, or you're dealing with somebody who was injured, or it could be even somebody was involved in an accident, okay? Some sort of accident that left somebody injured, and you're worried about this person. You're worried that something might happen to this person. I do see lots of accusation, lots of fights and arguments, okay? I do see the judge here, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. For some of you, you're literally going through a legal system, okay? and you're just very tired and exhausted. The energy that you're going through or you've been through, it's you're carrying a burden, okay? A heavy burden on your shoulder, and you're very tired and you're very exhausted, okay? There's going to be news coming your way, and you're going to have a plan in place to decide what path you're going to take, all right? But look, guys, after the isolation and after all this difficult time and hardship you've been through, whatever it is, dark night of the soul, whatever situation, because I do feel somebody hit rock bottom. I do feel somebody went to hell and back, okay? There's going to be a celebration. There's going to be a reunion, a gathering, a getting together with family, celebrating your, I guess, your release, or you're being relieved from a very difficult situation, you're being saved from it, okay? There's going to be justice, there's going to be karma to be served. I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? But there's going to be celebration, as I said. I'm just gonna pull some more cards. Once again, I'm trying to have this reading less than 1 hour. Whatever comes out. You got the Lovers, you got the Empress, 4 of Cups, 8 of Wands, and 9 of Wands. There's lots of fire energy in this reading, okay? And there's also earth energy here. And Gemini, pretty much everybody here, okay? But there's there's a lot of fire energy in this reading, okay? It could be your emotions, it could be your passions, you're passionate about something, it could be, it's Mars energy, okay? That's how I feel. Now, there's going to be news, positive news coming your way, news that's going to make you happy, and news that's going to make, it's going to make you be fulfilled somehow, and it's going to be relieving for you. Now, I do also see that, I don't know, I just feel there's going to be a reunion, all right? It's very strong in this reading. Yeah, I do see a reunion. Now, this reunion doesn't have to be with somebody from the past, although I do see, I see family here, all right? Because I have the Empress, and I have the King and Queen of Wands. So I definitely see a reunion with family members, all right? And I do also see a positive, beautiful offer coming your way, or a solution. And I do also see news coming your way. For some of you, there's somebody's praying for you, somebody's trying to help you. Somebody is going to guide you and help you to exit this difficult situation that you've been through, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, you have 10 of Cups. So once again, the energy of family energy. And look, the Emperor underneath, 10 of Cups and the Emperor. So once again, family energy, very strong family energy. And Queen of Cups. This is really beautiful, guys. Okay. I do see, as I said, there's going to be information or news coming your way that's going to be very positive. It's going to make you happy, all right? It's going to be helping you to leave the situation behind or for some of you, I do see that you're going to be released from prison. If you or somebody you know is going to was in prison, was in jail, I do see somebody's going to be released. For others, maybe somebody there is a court matter going on right now, and you're scared that you're going to go to jail or something. I don't see this is going to happen. Yeah, I don't see that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, if I see it, I'm gonna say it. But I don't see you going to jail. Just gonna leave these two. Whatever comes out, guys, okay? Oh, I love that. Okay. You got the purse, which is really beautiful. Crib. Wow. For some of you, there's a child involved in all of this. It's either you have a child or you are going to give birth to a child. Wow. This is not... This is really beautiful, guys. This is not an evil eye. This is a psychic. Somebody who's a psychic. When this comes in the reading, when this flips out in the reading, this tells me that whatever I'm telling you is going to happen. All right? Psychic ability, trust your intuition. This is confirming what I'm saying. This is a confirmation that what I'm telling you, it's happening. For some of you, you're going through this right now. This barely comes in the reading, guys, okay? Hardly. As I said, it's difficult time. Somebody's going through very difficult time. Okay, enough. Okay, so so many cards came. Okay, let's start one step at a time. So here, a whale, great worry over nothing. You're worried about nothing. So in other words, don't worry, okay? Great worry over nothing. A mountain. Major challenge to overcome. That's beautiful, guys. These two came together. Great worry over nothing and a major challenge that you're going to overcome. You're going to overcome whatever you're going through. This Nine of Swords, because you got the Nine of Swords and you got the Ten of Swords in reverse, which means you're going to overcome this difficult time. Okay? A great challenge you're going to overcome. You're worried about nothing. It's just an experience. It's meant for you to learn and grow from this experience. Yes, it is a very difficult experience, but you're going to overcome it. And you're going to be successful. Because right on top of it, you got success. Okay? Success. You're going to be successful. You're going to overcome this difficult time. Spiritual love. Spiritual love. For some of you, you are going to enter into a spiritual love, or even loving yourself, all right? Spiritual love, love of the universe, love of the divine, okay? You will be taken care of in difficult time. This is really beautiful. And you see, guys, when these cards come, jump from the deck, or even when I put them, I just put them as I'm guided. Okay, I don't mean to do them this way. And look, you got the staff. And this is literally the staff that if you watch Quran, if you know of or you read about the Greek mythology, really, Cronus or Saturn is the one who holds the staff. It's taskmaster. All right, if you watch, I can't even remember the movie right now. Okay. Anyways, this is the energy of Saturn, all right? You're going to be guided through and taken care of in this difficult time. Saturn and Aries. Okay? You're going to be guided. The dragon, beware of self-delusion, Neptune. So look, you got the staff, which is Saturn energy, and you got the self-delusion, Neptune. All right? Beware of self-delusion, imagination, dreamy, illusion, delusion, deceiving yourself. Okay? For some of you, I do see some sort of addiction or escapism, the use of recreational drugs. And you know, when I talk about recreational drugs, could be anything. Crib, birth of or conception of a child or enterprise. Okay, so you could be working on a small business, small project that's going to bloom and grow and be prospered. For others, it's a conception or a birth of a child. And you got the horseshoe. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck is in your way. Okay? Beautiful luck is coming your way. You got good luck here on this side and success on this side. Can't be any better than this, guys. And remember the psychic ability. And it just came on top of Empress, the Empress. Okay? So everything I'm telling you here, whether you watch it tomorrow, a month from now, 10 months, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, I don't know. I don't care. I'm picking on the specific energies here. Okay? What I'm telling you is coming, is happening. Alright? The owl. Not the eye only, but also you got the owl. Good advice from a wise person. Good advice from a wise person. So you got the eye, the psychic ability, and the owl. Advice from a wise person. Peacock. Beware of great pride. Beware of great pride. You know your talent, right? And your gifts, so the tower, solid foundation, success with effort. This is not the tarot and tarot deck. Okay? This is not the tower and tarot deck. The tower here means, for some of you, you're going to buy a house. Okay? For others, you're going to start a business that's going to be built on a solid foundation. But I do see some of you are buying houses, okay, or moving to a new house. And it might take you a while to get into this level or to purchase this house. There could be lots of negotiation or process in place that was kind of lengthy process. And so in the end, you were able to purchase this house, okay? But I do see somebody's buying a house here. Purse. Pay attention to your finances. Be careful. And once again, the tower was on top of this, so it's probably going to cost you lots of money. Okay? Don't buy a house now. We're in the shadow period. Remember, Mercury is going retrograde. Alright? And we're already in the shadow period. So I wouldn't buy a house right now. Maybe it's a good time to check on houses and check the what's available out there and negotiate pricing. You got the Rams. You're dealing with somebody who's very stubborn, and this is an Aries energy and a Capricorn energy as well. Stubborn and aggressive person. This is literally an Aries person. So yeah. Crown. This is really beautiful. Success. Honor and respect will come to you. This speaks of elevation in your status, promotion, increase in money, success. All right? Crown. You'll be crowned. You're dealing with deceitful person, discord among friends or family. Somebody is deceptive. You're dealing with a deceptive person. You gotta watch out. All right? And you got the moon. Change in your life. There's a new cycle starting in your life. There's a change coming. So be prepared for this. All right? This is actually a very, very powerful and beautiful reading on the new moon solar eclipse energy, guys. I don't see that I wanted to let me get some oracle cards just to, it's almost 50 minutes. Professional assistance. You get, I do see that you're going to get help from your co-workers, colleagues at work. Okay, they're going to be collaboration. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. Okay, just one more card. The vast universe. The vast, that's a very spiritual energy, all right? Very spiritual energy. I am picking on a person who's very intuitive. That could be also my energy, all right? Okay? Somebody is very spiritual. Let's put it this way. Somebody is of a high frequency person, high vibration, okay? I have very strong psychic abilities and present power. I do see somebody is going to be elevated at work, okay? And it might gonna take a little while, but it's happening, it's coming, okay? And once again, I do also see that somebody's going through a difficult situation, but you're going to be able to overcome this difficult situation or financial hardship, a consciousness of lack. And look, great gratitude. You've been stuck. Okay, and look, there's going to be transformation. I love that. I love that. I don't even need to see any more cards. So whatever difficult situation you're going through, there's going to be transformation, change of the situation. Okay, the stuck energy. It's, look, somebody is stuck in the mud, trying to save himself, sitting on his car, and the car is sinking in the mud. But this situation is going to change. There's going to be transformation, okay? And from the consciousness of lack, you're going to have great gratitude, all right? From the energy of lack, feeling that you're lacking, you don't have what you need, you're going to be, because there's going to be transformation, you're going to have great gratitude because the energy is changing. New cycle, remember? Remember the moon? The cycle is changing. Where's the moon? Where is the moon? Here. I can't find it. I can't find it. There was a moon here. Change cycle. Change in your life. I don't know where is it. I can't find it, guys. Oh, here. Change in your life. Transformation. All right? Transformation. This is very beautiful reading, guys, on this energy of the new moon between Saturn and Neptune. And I wish you best of luck. I'll see you in the next one.